Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show with your host, Bill Shelton. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
I'm Gary Koch, former PGA Tour player, played on the PGA Tour for 15 years. Over the course of about the last 10 or 11, I've been involved in covering golf on television, also involved in the golf course design business, having done probably about 10 or 11 projects now over the course of about the last 10 years as well. When we first came and made the visit and saw the piece, Mr. Koch informed us it was close to 1,100 acres, which when you're designing a golf course is a real luxury to have that expanse of property to be able to choose from and to look at and to figure out where the golf holes should go. It's a golf course that I think the average player can go out and play and have a lot of fun playing. A signature hole. Certainly the first one that would come to mind would be the third hole. When you stand on the third tee and on a beautiful day, you can see probably 30 plus miles. And if that doesn't capture the essence of this piece of property, then I don't know what does. Then I would say the next would probably be the seventh hole, which is a par 5 that is down on the lower portion of the property, down along the riverbed. It's a beautiful par 5 that kind of moves in two different directions, a little bit left to right off the tee and then slightly back right to left as you get closer to the green. But it just fits the flow of the land absolutely beautifully. It just sits right in there very naturally, trees on both sides, a nice little pond in front of the green. I mean, it captures the essence of that piece of the property in my mind. You know, and then you come to the 18th hole. And again, the vista from the tee, looking up the hill, the beautiful green grass, the white sand, shows you about the elevation change of the golf course and how you can play downhill sometimes and it's real easy and uphill sometimes and it's a little bit harder. I think it turned out as well, if not better, than what we had envisioned as we were going through the process of construction and putting everything together. I think it's something that we'll be very, very proud of, and I think the people here at the Otsego Club will be very proud of it as well.
My name is Rick Robbins. Unlike my predecessor here, Gary Koch, I'm not quite as well known on the television, having not played professional golf. I've been a golf course architect for almost 30 years now. Of course, one of the things I know that we have liked about it from the very beginning is the tremendous amount of variety that it has, where you start out holes 1 and 2, relatively open ground, sweeping kind of vistas. Then you go to number 3, right off the side of the mountain, literally 140-foot drop from the tee to the green. Climb back up the mountain, go through number 4. It's another mountaintop hole, so you're getting very good vistas there. Then you go down to what we call the island, which is holes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Was literally a fairly sizable chunk of land, probably about 60 acres of land that's surrounded by both wetlands and the Sturgeon River. And so that piece of ground was really soft and rolling and beautiful beech trees and very, very natural golf holes down there. After you get past number 9, then you go back up to 10, you start climbing back up the hill. You've gone down now quite a bit. You've gone down to the island in the bottom, so now you come back up to the top. And dealing with those holes to literally get out of that bottom land and back up without making everything run straight up and down really was a challenge to fit the holes in there. And so then you're going through the woods, and then you get outside and you get to hole 12 and 13, and they're out in the open once again in the open farm fields. So just a lot of different opportunities for people to experience different kinds of golf, all in the same 18-hole round, but all very complementary. All of the greens complexes, all of the way the tees are set up, the way the fairways work, it's the same throughout the entire 18-hole experience, even though they're very different environments there. I think the 9th hole is visually just a beautiful golf hole. It's carved out of an area where a really pretty set of streams cross that hole 3 times. A lot of bridges to go across the wetlands. It's almost all marsh and wetlands from the tees to the green, and a big par 3. It's about 218 yards from the back tees. Like Gary, I think number 7 is one of my favorite holes just because of the fact that it's a big par 5, about 540 yards from the back tees. But we had to move literally what would amount on a hole like that to be a spoonful of dirt to create the entire hole, because it was just all out there. They just worked through some very soft valleys very naturally. The small pond in front of the green really sets that hole up very well, puts a lot of strategy into it about going for it in two. A number of the holes really, I think, stand out. Number 3, obviously, with the large downhill tee shot and the views and vistas you get from there. So, and then a lot of subtle areas. I think the second shot into the second hole, par 4, that green was one that we left almost exactly on the natural ground. We did no grading to that green site whatsoever, just really took a tractor and box blade and smoothed it out. But it's really a nice shot into that hole, and so a lot of areas out there in particular shots, maybe not the entire hole, are really pretty spectacular. I think that it has turned out to be a fun, challenging course that the average resort player, who may be families, maybe groups of guys coming up from southern Michigan or other places, can come out here and really have a good time and enjoy it and feel like they're out. And one of the nicest things is there's absolutely nothing out there once you get out there on that course, but just natural native areas. And so, guys can go out there, have a great time playing golf, and just feel like you're in nature and nothing else is happening.
Well, we had a preview opening last September on what happened to be the anniversary of my father's birthday. It's nice to have another one and have certainly drier weather and somewhat warmer weather as well. It's great to have you all here. We kicked around a number of different names for this course, and really upon the death of my father, the late Alan Gornick, in 1998, I thought what a perfect tribute to his memory. And it so happened that Gary's father passed away shortly thereafter, and we really thought that were it not for our dads and our own respective careers, we certainly wouldn't have been able to put together what a great course on such a great piece of property. So it's a tribute to two great fathers, to fathers everywhere, I think, and certainly to this great piece of land that the good Lord gave us to work with. One of the great things that anyone playing this course will see, they will truly discover one of the most beautiful pieces of property in the Middle West. And on the course, certainly the vistas from the tee on number 3 or number 4 are really unsurpassed anywhere. At the top of number 3 on a clear day, one can look easily 30 miles into the Pigeon River State Forest. But also after one gets down in the wetlands areas and down near the Cedar Swamp and the Beaver Dam and so on, and turns back and can look up through cedar trees into deciduous trees, up into pine trees, and then see this magnificent old Bavarian-style log lodge at the top of that mini mountain. That's spectacular as well.